that we honored the character of Black Adam. One of the things he's known for is his aggression and violence. I like the guy already. Black Adam, that's a movie. It's coming out real soon. In fact, I'm going to see it tomorrow at a slightly early screening. But it's coming out officially Friday, I believe, as of this recording. Black Adam, some of you maybe... I'm not real familiar with the character of Black Adam, by the way. I'm aware of him, but The Rock, I think, was really right in the reports he said early on that nobody knew who the hell Black Adam was, really, as far as the masses go, until now they do. Now they have a better idea. And he's right. I'd heard the name. I knew it was linked to Shazam in some way, but I didn't even know that much about Shazam until that movie came out. So Black Adam was kind of a mystery to me. Over time, I've learned that he is kind of an anti-hero. Well, apparently he's a pretty violent character at times, especially when he was originally conceived, and he's softened a bit over the years, is my understanding. But did you know that the original version of the Black Adam movie received an R rating? And not just the original version, but they had to make quite a few cuts. Let's see what they got to say. Producers Beau Flynn and Hiram Garcia revealed that Black Adam went not one, not two, but 4 rounds with the MPA, that's the organization that rates movies in America, before it finally landed a more audience-friendly PG-13 rating. Holy shit, 4 times. Wonder what they cut. Garcia said, "We really wanted to make sure that we honored the character of Black Adam. One of the things he's known for is his aggression and violence." I like the guy already. And to do a Black Adam movie that just wouldn't have been authentic. So we always went into this knowing that we were going to push it as far as we did. Flynn said, the other producer, that the film originally had around 10 distinct moments of violence that may have been on the MPA's radar, and that several of them were cut. Now, real quick before we jump into that, the reason he said may have been is because the MPA, which this is kind of bullshit, because they are a regulatory body, but they're not an official regulatory body. You do not have to be rated by the MPA. They are not a federal thing. They are an independent. But they've been adopted across most businesses to where if you want most theaters will not show your movie unless it's rated by the MPA. And I think there's some other things surrounding it, but it's not a legal thing. The government does not have any control over the MPA. The MPA is totally independent, and seeing as how they are independent, one of their things is when they rate a movie, they will not tell you specifically why they're rating something a certain way. They will tell you, oh, it's rated R for bloody violence or rape or language, something like that. They'll tell you that stuff, but they will not tell you specific scenes. And the idea is so they don't start to tell you what to edit, how to edit your film, how to cut out. The idea is good, but apparently they kind of do that anyway. But the reason he said they could have had issue with is because they just tell them, hey, you got an R rating for these themes. They didn't tell them what specifically. So they're making an assumption is that it was these 10 moments. Anyway, moving on. There are some personal moments. This is Flynn again. There are some personal moments that we really love, but we had to let them go. But we never compromised. We never had to cut a scene. So I'm assuming they never had to cut a full scene. They just had to cut some scenes down. Black Adam hits theaters October 21st, 2022. All right, so it sounds like, we see this with a lot of movies, but maybe not so much with superhero movies, because superhero movies, they go in typically knowing that they want a PG-13 rating, so they film these things, they know what they can and can't put in these movies. But it sounds pretty cool that, I don't know if this movie's going to be any good or not. I've heard very conflicting things. I've tried to stay away from the reviews, which is what I do with movies that I know I'm going to review. But I have caught some things people have said. I've heard good and bad. I haven't heard anything saying it's absolute dog shit or anything, but I've heard some people saying, oh, it's just kind of run of the mill. But then I've heard a lot of people saying that they really enjoy it. They cater to the fans quite a bit. So I think it's cool that they are at least trying to stay in line with the character and what he's known for, and seeing as how my understanding is that this character is known for being aggressively violent. Good. That's good that they're doing that. I do wonder, are we going to see these R-rated versions when it comes to home media, Blu-ray, DVD, all that stuff, 4K? Are we going to get the unrated or the R-rated version of these movies? Of this movie? I don't know. They're weird about doing that with some PG-13 movies when they involve a brand sometimes, because that could tarnish the brand. But I think they'll do it because they are kind of leaning into how he's like, you know, the not bad guy, but like the bad boy of DC, if you will. He's still a good guy, but he's kind of the bad boy. So I really think it depends on how well this movie goes over, and we may actually see these R-rated versions at some point down the line. Whether they'll be included with the PG-13 version or not, I don't know. I bet they'd probably release like a special, I can't remember the name of this director, but like a Snyder Cut-esque kind of thing. But I doubt they cut that much. They didn't give an amount of time they cut out of it. They just said 10 scenes. I don't think they said a time. No, they didn't. They just said it's a lot. They cut a substantial amount or whatever, but I doubt it was much. Probably just a few minutes. There probably will be some R-rated version, and I doubt this was a hard R. Probably very Zack Snyder's Justice League R rating. They're making it sound as if it was mostly violence, so one wonders, you know, how much violence. What did they put in here? What would this have been? I don't know, but there is for those of you that are fans. Like I said, I'm just not a fan of Black Adam. I don't know enough about him. If you are a fan of Black Adam, you should be happy to hear that they did do the character justice. Now, they did have to nerf him a bit, apparently, to get it in that PG-13 area, but that makes sense. I don't think that an R-rated Black Adam movie would have worked. Not financially. He's not Deadpool, you know? I think that Black Adam always needed to be PG-13. With The Rock and as much money as it costed, you have to make this movie PG-13 to reap the rewards, reap the benefits. But I think it is cool that we do know that there is an R-rated version out there. They actually did shoot this stuff, and maybe that still means that those fans that want that version will have an opportunity to see it at a later date when it comes to home media, which probably won't be that long. So look forward to that. Whenever it does come out, I imagine we will see that version. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Are you looking forward to Black Adam in general, or are you looking forward to an R-rated version of Black Adam? Do you think that Black Adam should just be PG-13? Have you seen Black Adam, or are you one of the few that's been able to see it in advance already? And what'd you think? But let us know in the comments below what you think if you're looking forward to this alternate version of Mr. Adam of the Black.